Hi, I'm Glenn Ligon, and this morning I got up and I read the newspaper, and of course inside was yesterday's Dow Jones average and last month's unemployment figures, and also in here was an article which had the Agriculture Department's monthly crop figures, which incidentally have been reported every month since 1877. So I was thinking, why aren't there some simple education statistics that are reported frequently like that? So as it turns out, about a month ago, I went to Google and I Googled education enrollments. And I looked at the top 5 returns for New York City Public Schools, San Diego Public Schools, and the Houston Public Schools. And those top 5 returns from Google all disagreed. We would think that the National Center for Education Statistics website would have the official enrollment numbers. So we looked at that, but what struck me was that the NCES website, the most recent numbers they had for enrollment came from the 2008-2009 school year. That's 4 years old, and that's the most recent numbers we have on our education department's website. So that inspired this session and a debate on whether the status quo is the best we're going to have, or whether we can achieve better and more recent, more timely, and probably higher quality statistics and key performance indicators for our nation's schools. Can we have dropout rates by month? Can we have attendance by 6 weeks? Can we have discipline numbers every 6 weeks? Can we have failing grades by reporting period? What's interesting about that is when I was with the Austin Public Schools back in 1990, we actually reported those key performance indicators in that timely a manner. So I know that can be done. So I asked some colleagues that I know are experts in this area to be on this panel. Beth Ann Canada from the Department of Education in Virginia, who's in charge of all of their data and all their information systems, is going to join us. And Beth Ann acquired for her department a large multi-million-dollar grant to build a longitudinal data system for Virginia. She also has put together what she called a hackathon, where she brought together volunteers from the community to take their data and write apps that can get timely use out of their data. So I know she has some excellent insights into how State Department level data can be used in a more timely manner. Then Zolly Stevenson from Howard University, who has worked at the local level, the state level, the federal level. He was in the U.S. Department of Education. He actually was responsible in directing the No Child Left Behind implementation in the U.S. Department of Education. He's going to be on the panel, and Dr. Stevenson is an expert on how the federal government works, or how it doesn't work, in terms of getting the data in a timely manner and reporting it out. So I'm going to now step out of the way and let you see some video clips of these two panelists so you can judge for yourself how compelling they're going to be with this topic and in this session.
Good morning, Washington.
Good morning. Good morning.
I did have the chance to look at my BlackBerry this morning, and I can say that things are well in the other Washington and the other parts of the east side of the country.
I don't care.
And some of you may have, if you looked at the news this morning as I was looking at the local station, I believe that Secretary Duncan is in Philadelphia today with a very interesting team to do a listening tour in preparation for reauthorization. And that team is composed of the Reverend Al Sharpton and former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. Isn't that an interesting group?
Mercy, that'd be interesting.
Press corps is hot on their heels today.
See, this PowerPoint, I work in the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education. My Assistant Secretary reports to the Deputy Secretary, Tony Miller. And so you know that this presentation was developed by the Office of the Deputy Secretary. And so you are the first people to get to hear this presentation. And I just want you to know I've already put Bob Harmon on point. Bob is one of those folks that I hear from, he gives me feedback on the things that we do. And so I've said, Bob, now, because this is the first time that this is being presented in the country, I need you to give me a critique and tell me how this would work better with audiences, superintendents, and local district people, as well as State Department people. And so he's agreed to do that. And so I can assure you, although you won't be the beneficiary of it, the rest of the country will.
There's no question about it. The project of putting the grant together was a pinch me project. Pinch me, I can't believe this is happening. And just the anticipation of what we're going to do working together over the next 3 or 4 years is very exciting to me. I feel that our receipt of the grant was a direct result of the collaboration of multiple state agencies in writing the application for the grant. This is not a silo, and although we're really only using data from 3 agencies today, this project, when it's complete, will have a product that is extensible to other housing or using the data from other agencies. The data continue to reside in each agency's database. The non-proprietary technology that we're using allows us to ignore what kind of database that is, but to the end user, the data look like they're in the same place. Another thing we plan to do for the schools of education is provide feedback to them on the classroom outcomes of their graduates. What are we producing good quality teachers? What did the teachers who did well in the classroom, what courses did they take? So there's the opportunity for feedback for a number of processes, answers to a number of questions that we have had for quite some time.